Hey everybody. Oh yeah, XCC2. Yeah, speaking of, I meant to I talked with him. I meant to say something to him today. He hasn't responded to me yet. He did say yes, he would like to show up, but he hasn't responded about coming on today. So I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow or what, but we'll do what we can. If he shows up, he shows up. Ah well, don't worry about it. Welcome everybody, welcome. Now XS3S, what is this I've heard about? My stream is bloating the queue? If so, that's hilarious. You truly do live long enough to see yourself become the bad guy. Hey Slime MC, hey Rilani, hey Chase Krug. Hey Sam, hey Althermo. That's a name. So yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you if I'm doing anything to like... There we go. I knew something was weird. Anyway, if I'm doing anything to like bloat the queue, that's too fucking bad. I have no anything. I have nothing, no power over 2B2T, none of that. So like, sorry? But my streams are my streams. They're not anything or anyone else's. So I wouldn't worry about it, you know? But yeah, if the queue is bigger because of me, fuck, that's hilarious. I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's nothing I can do anything about. Hey, Towdies, my day was great. How was yours? I had a nice little Labor Day holiday. Nothing too, you know, outrageous or crazy. Everything is just right, you know? I'm happy. The fan server went swimmingly last night. I expected it to be a complete disaster. You guys actually kind of proved me wrong in a lot of ways without ever really, meaning to. But yeah, it worked out. So yeah, other than that, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Hopefully you guys will as well. I can't wait. I've been brainstorming some ideas with some people as to what exactly we wanted to do base-wise, and everybody else seems to have, I'm not really sure. Like, there's a little city that they started up, and everybody's kind of living there now. Or they're living around the area. I mean, it all works. I'll take it. What's happening with my stream and queue? I have no fucking clue. I have nothing to do with 2B2TQ. Beyond that, I don't know, man. I haven't gone on 2B2T in months. The last time I was on the test server. People are saying it's because of you. Well, cool. Tell them to come visit my stream and voice their anger in person instead of ignorantly saying it's me when it's very clearly not. I find that hilarious because, like, what the fuck am I even doing that's like... What? Because I'm streaming something Space Valk related? Like, I fucking own Space Valk. I can do whatever I like about it. I've streamed 100 and... Holy shit, we're on 155. I have streamed 155 episodes of this place. And it's only just now causing a problem for 2B2T. Really? Like, who buys that? Show of hands. Who buys that I'm causing queue inflation after 155 episodes? Like, really? I fail to believe that, you know? It's like health insurance. I don't buy it. So, I don't know. I'm just... It's whatever. It's funny as shit. It really is. Let them complain. I find that too funny. Who knows? Maybe it'll draw some people in here to come and bitch about it. And then I can laugh at them. In person. So I don't know. Did I have other chat debates on TVGD? Yeah, we had a few. None that really, like, come to mind is, like, memorable, per se. It was more of a shit-flinging fest than an actual debate. So, I don't know. You're broke now, Towdies? I'm sorry to hear that. What have you done that would make you broke? Or not done? Maybe we're missing some context, Ani? I guess. I mean, we must be, right? Either that or someone's just trolling. In which case, whatever. If they're just trolling, then, you know, fine, fair enough. But, no, I don't know. Who all is saying this? XS3S. Who all is saying that it's because of me? I wanna see that. Because I doubt they're very much paying any attention. What's the use of some... Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ani. Who all doing it? Because either this is some really big brain bullshit, or it's dumbassery of the highest degree. And I'm willing to bet it's the latter and not the former. Because, I mean, when has it really been, you know, something like that well thought out, you know? When do people on 2B2T, like, really, truly hatch a scheme that goes off flawlessly? I can literally think of only one, maybe two. I don't know. Oh no, Duck Dolan, yeah, I messed up the 2B2TQ. I guess I'm evil. I guess it's me. I'm to blame. God, oh, how terrible. How could I? I mean, I literally started a fan server last night. Like, that is the opposite of the 2B2TQ, isn't it? Shouldn't it be? Like, I would think that would have nothing to do with that. I don't know. Probably some 12... Yeah, it has to be, right? Isn't that the predominant population of 2B2T nowadays? Ah, well. I guess there's nothing that can be done about it. Rip the queue. I'm sorry, RNG. Maybe if you played the Jacktherippa fan server, the Jacktherippa experience, maybe if you played that, you wouldn't have to wade through a queue. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you're just screwed. What were the flawless things? Flawless thing. Oh, you mean the fan server? I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to, Ani. LAPEG and, I don't know, randoms. Yeah, if they're randoms, why are you paying attention to them? They're randoms. By nature, they don't have anything. That's what makes them random. If they were someone, they would have stuck around. They would have stuff. They would have insight. They would have, you know, sense. Whoops. Forgot to do 100. There we go. They would actually be, you know, worth listening to. But I don't know. People are actually saying Jackstream is spiking the queue. That's hilarious. I hope it does. Just because anyone playing 2B2T is like... I mean, you're foolish at this point, right? Like, we can all agree that playing that server is kind of silly now, right? That's not like a hot take or anything, is it? It's just common sense at this point, correct? Whoops. I mean, gosh. You know, the increase in people driving by my neighborhood has made playing in traffic so much more troublesome than it used to be. And I'm just like, you were playing in traffic, what'd you expect? Like, it's rush hour, don't you know? Playing on 2B2T, like, you still do that? People still do that, really? People still do that, I'm shocked. But hey, whatever, you know, blame the guy who hasn't played 2B2T in over 2 years. And by that I mean the main server, not the shitty test server. But hey, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I find this funny. Go right ahead. Okay. Now... think I'm gonna have a tree of some kind growing out of this center. Oh shit, I already have bone meal in that. And I already have grass in that. There we go. It's chill alongside as priority don't spike, yeah. I'm sure prio is, whatever. Priority is, like, it's very uncertain. Because, like, it depends on the season. It depends on... Oh, there we go. It depends on, like, who is advertising the server currently. It depends on, like, so many different factors. GBD has to update to stay alive. Yeah, well, has it, though? I doubt very much 2B2T is going to update. If it hasn't by now. Let's put some white tulips as your blue. At this point, I hold no faith for 2B2T to update to 1.18, 1.20, 1. Whatever the fuck. It is just a pipe dream at this point. Because they've had ample opportunity to do it. Especially 2 or 3 years after 1.16, one of the most stable updates in years. And they still haven't done it. Like, clearly they're just dragging their feet at this point. So, fuck it. Why are we worried about 2B2T anymore? Who is seriously worried about 2B2T at this point? Who knows? Hey Jack, going to join? No, I'm not Slime MC, sorry. I have zero reason to play that server. It started going up when he went live. Are you sure, monkeys? Like, are you sure that isn't just like an accident or something? What possible effect could I have? Like, my stream has had a reservation all day. This was a known quantity. Why would stream suddenly go up now? Like, that makes no sense. So I don't know. Whatever. Hey Poncho Hamster, how are you? Okay, who's running all the troll accounts? I have no idea. Can you get a book? No. You can get your own books. But not from me. You can get it from someone else. I mean, if you seriously think I'm on 2B2T right now, you need your eyes checked badly. Anyone who is seriously convinced that I'm currently on 2 builders, 2 tools, your brain is malfunctioning. You need to have a serious reality check. Okay, actually, I kind of want to increase this. Perfect. Oh yeah, that looks good. I like that. Well, that's Fit's fault. Is it though? Has Fit done anything other than the Fight Club crap recently that's like super noteworthy? Like, oh yeah, he made that one video on Fight Club, or Pit Fight or whatever the fuck. Like, okay. So shouldn't that spike it? Shouldn't that have spiked it like 3 days ago? Like, that has nothing to do with me. It's hilarious. What if there are people going to Space Falcon 2B thinking I'm there? Oh my god, please do. Please waste your time and go there, please. That would be hilarious. Yes, I have creative mode on 2B2T right now. I'm actually lying. I'm actually on 2B2T right now. I'm hitting the tab button, but it, for whatever reason, doesn't bring up, you know, any of the other stuff. And I can show you my coordinates right here. And, oh, and right here. And as you can plainly see, I'm on 1.18.2. But I'm on 2B2T, I swear. And, you know, I have creative mode and world edit, and I have, I have dimensional doors. Yes, that's a new mod, 2b2t installed very recently. Yes, this wonderful dimensional door right here. I can go through it and go to this empty black void. This is a new feature on 2b2t now, guys. So you know, go to 2b2t and enjoy. Crash the server by generating an infinite number of dimensional doors. Yeah. That's a thing you should all do right now. Yeah, I'm hacking the server, Chase, exactly. God. He can't keep getting away with this, am I right? How on earth am I just such a elite hacker? I installed a fabric mod remotely. Housemaster is not even aware. Jack, say goodnight to his viewers, bad streamer. Did somebody leave? Like, I don't know. Have I tried using the cornflower? Yeah, it looks ugly. I don't like it. I prefer the azure bluet and the white tulip and the oxeye daisy. Those are better flowers in my opinion. Those are the based and red-pilled flowers. But, you know, you're free to have your own wrong opinion on what flowers are good and what flowers aren't. Oh, I love that. Okay. Let's see about connecting these. Oh, that looks dope. What do you guys think? Jack, chill, bro. They're messing with you. I know. I'm messing with them back. It's just a prank, bro. Oh my God, he's got op. Yeah, I know. You'd have to have op to be able to work world edit. Okay. But no, in all seriousness aside, though, or all stupidity aside, I mean, this looks pretty good. I like it. I'm, yeah, I'll use this 2 or 3 more times. Just because I really, really like how it looks. Whoops. Throw those back in there. There we are. Jack backdoored the server. I must have. I know. What a magical experience to have finally been able to backdoor a server successfully. Never mind the fact that I've just opened my own, you know. Oh, hey, Ixoy, how are you? Bye, Jack? Okay, we'll take care of Touties. I'm sorry, man. I didn't get to pay too much attention to you. But it's okay. You're still appreciated, Touties. Now, where should I put this second? Oh, I know. I will rotato -90. Let's go. Now, I was going to put a building right here, but I might actually just fill it up with stuff. But we'll see. I don't want to get terribly repetitive with these parks, but they are pretty enough that you should at least see 1 or 2 of them. You should see them more than once, I mean. Once or twice, something like that. I don't know. Someone joined the fan server and trolled us into thinking it was Pop Bob. Really? Was that person Top Hat Jack? I don't see anybody on there who was, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. Oh well, whatever. By the way, if there's any lore to Space Valk 3, what's the place powered by? Is it a black hole? Power. Well, the only thing that's like even remotely special or like relevant would be the central warp point here. Whoops. Shit. There we go. So, like, I guess you could say it's a black hole of sorts? I don't know. These return gateways are not, like... They're fancy and stuff, but they're not, like... I don't think they emit power or anything like that. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, honestly. I didn't think that far ahead. I made the entire base with that in mind, with that return gateway. But, as for, like, what's powering the place, or what makes it tick, I don't know, use your imagination. Did I upgrade my PC? There's a lot less lag. Yes, I also use sodium. I got talked into using sodium for the first time by Andrew, one of my mods. And, yeah, he had a legitimate reason for making me use sodium. It's worth it. And so, yeah, the place is far less laggy than it used to be. Even with my really beefy PC, like, yeah, it would occasionally slow down, and you could tell that it was not exactly, like, the best. Because this place is just so big, but, yeah, sodium, like, that's really the secret. Just pour salt on it, you know? Like Wendy's, they just pour salt on their fries, so you just gotta pour salt on your computer. Okay, let me go back and see what orientation that park was in. I love eating sodium too, I know. I poured on everything as well. I'm just as guilty. You want voice chat with Andrew? Ah, really? Okay. Yeah, Andrew's a pretty cool guy. I had no idea he was so well versed in all things Minecraft technical. But yeah, he knows what he's doing. I'm very glad I listened to him, because without him, the fan server especially wouldn't have been plausible. Just because, like, shit. There's just so much about Minecraft servers and otherwise that I've just never had to deal with. And so, yeah, I would be lost. Hella fucking lost. Let's move this forward. Ooh, that just barely fits. I like that. This whole city still has so many open areas that are, like, not nearly as jam-packed. Like right here, I've got to put something right here eventually. It can't be very large scale, but, you know, it's got to be something. Like, the city has to be somewhat tight in terms of its spacing, just so that you feel like it's, well, like an actual city, I guess. I don't know. Do I know Jake the Snake? I've heard of him, but I don't know him. I heard he garnered quite a nasty reputation some time ago, and I've avoided him pretty much ever since. I remember it was pretty cool to go on his show there for a tiny bit, and then people, like, found out he was a bit of a you-know-what. I won't say that out loud, but you kind of, if you know, you know. And yeah, I was like, yikes. Okay. Now, I really wish World Edit would update lighting appropriately, but I guess not. I don't know. It's very weird. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I know. You'd love to live at Space Valkyria. I would love... Oh, man, this place would be amazing to live at. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. I'll pick a new spot and make a new one. Have I ever been to Minecon? Hell fucking no. Minecon. Oh, more like Mouth Breather Con, am I right? I can remember when Minecon was first announced, and I took one look at that and went, that's going to be a fucking nightmare. No thank you. Because even then, in late 2011, when that first Minecon happened, I was like, there's no way that... Because even then it was very popular with children. I was like, there's no way that this convention isn't just an absolute shitty cringe fest. Because it has nothing but kids at it. And that was around the time I realized that we'd lost Minecraft to children. It was no longer a fun retro game for people who were around in the Atari, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, the NES days. Like, the people who'd played old retro games. Minecraft was intended for us. Because we were gamers at that time. And so Minecraft's graphics at that time, in 2011, were geared toward people who enjoyed that stuff. It was very similar. It looked pretty fucking awesome. It was one of the first truly, like, indie games that was not afraid to flaunt how its graphics were reminiscent of the older video game days. And a lot of people loved that, and that caught a lot of popularity in, like, 4chan, Something Awful, the circles that people kind of run away and shy away from nowadays. But back then, that was something. It was not his fault for me. It was not... What? Do I still have a beard? Of course. Why wouldn't I not have a beard? Why was 2013's Minecon so good? It's like that Axiom ship from Wall-E while they're outside. Oh yeah, that was a ship by like Sleepy Fox something or another. I'll admit I took that. It's not mine. I don't want to claim credit for it or anything. I just took it and pasted it out there because I thought it looked nice. It sort of complemented Space Valk 3 as a whole. However, I've realized now that I can't keep it. So at some point I'm going to build my own ship there at that spot. But I'll worry about that later. It's a really awesome ship, though. Oh yeah, I love this. Oh yeah, we're gonna have so many tunnels that that are just going everywhere. Old Mario and Sonic games, yeah, stuff like that. That was very much the intended audience for a time. And it was just sad how, like, the kids took Minecraft over and were rabid about it. And to be fair, like, kids tend to get obsessed over, well, anything. And I guess there's no stopping it. That's just like human nature. But I don't have to like it, damn it. I don't know. It was sad. It really was. Because, like, the kids made it to where you couldn't enjoy Minecraft out in the open anymore. And in a lot of ways, that's what made 2B2T so special. It was a place where children were explicitly, like, not going to have a fun time. At least for a while. And... yeah, like, it worked. It kind of kept 2B2T special. It made it unique. It was fun. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of wish Minecraft could go back to how it was. Maybe in another 10 years, but I don't know. There are a lot of people in control of Minecraft now who have not got the best interests of the game in mind. And so, I mean, what can you do? So at a certain point, we may all have just have to count our losses and just go, well, see you guys in Hightail. Sega hasn't made a console in 20 years almost, Lucas. Not since the Saturn. The Sega Saturn was the last one they made because it was a financial flop. Sega Genesis was the first console you ever owned. Really, Syrie? Damn. First console I owned was a Famicom. A Nintendo Entertainment System. Ooh. Oh shit, that went in the wrong direction. I don't want that there. So yeah, the good old Nintendo Entertainment System. I wasn't like super on fire for that system, just because like a lot of the games were really hard and I didn't like understand them. I understood Mario, and then later on in the early 90s I got or no, the mid 90s I got Kirby's Adventure, and Kirby's Adventure was amazing. That was like the first truly fun game. It was difficult for me at the time, but not like impossible, and I did eventually beat it. And I was like, wow, this was a good game. But to be fair, that was a game that came out very late in the NES's lifespan. But yeah, it was something. Mass Murdered and Spawn. Oh, the Sega Saturn, you mean? It took me a hot second to figure out what you were talking about, Gamu. Yeah, I guess in a way you could say it was. Or no. It's right there. Oh, man. Yeah, this pillar is just the right size. Wish you had the freedom we had back in the day. Oh, I know. We have moved into a very authoritarian, oppressive time period. For some reason, everything is just kind of no fun allowed, no freedom allowed. You must adhere to such and such. And it's very depressing. People do not want to live that way. Nor should they, I mean. Hey MRT, how are you? You ever edited the jail footage? You found out shortly after the mines. Oh, yours corrupted? Damn, dude. Yeah, I've edited some of it, but I haven't got it down to bite-sized videos yet. That's the next big task. Because, like, 80% of my footage, unfortunately, is just me doing this. Woohoo, he can't see me behind a wall. Woo. Where's... Oh, no, Bezo, where did Jack go? Oh... Oh no, Maxi Taxi, he's running off that way. Time to get off out onto the, the secret areas I'm not supposed to be. And that was like 80% of my footage, and I'm like, how the fuck do I edit this? And so now I don't know. I may scrap Cops and Robbers, to be quite honest. Not that it was bad, just that it didn't really, like... I don't know, it may or may not work. Also, I'm sorry to hear you lost your footage, Syrie. You were a cool whoops. You were a cool dungeon mate or jail mate. Oh fuck. Redo. Paste. There we go. Okay. That's looking good. I'm putting these pillars everywhere because they're going to act as pylons and sort of like support for these minecart networks. The minecart network is going to be vast and intricate, and it's going to be amazing. MRT is you. Oh, hey, Mr. Tree. Yeah. I see now. MRT Ree. It's Mr. Tree. Howdy, Mr. Tree. How are you? Are your trees growing good? How is Mrs. Tree? Is she a mystery? Also, I apologize for no bad puns. In the last several streams, I've not made any bad puns in a while. I figure I should probably start correcting that unfortunate behavior. Yeah, you'll live. You just make sure during the next event not to use OBS. Oh, I've never really had a problem with OBS. What settings? Or well, I don't actually know what settings do what. I'm like very minimalist about how I use OBS, but it like is just good enough to get the job done. So like, I don't know. I'm not well versed in what OBS can do. I know it can do a lot more than I'm making it do. But like that said, you know, while I admit I'm probably not utilizing my software to the best of my ability, I'm scared as fuck that I'll break something. Oh, fuck. Because OBS is like, well, it's complicated. It's weird. It has these odd hookups and hang-ups that will just screw your footage to pieces. And you won't know until you go back and look at everything. So you're just like, well, why? I think you messed with them at one point while streaming and somehow caused a screw up. Oh, man. OBS is fine unless you have bad specs. I mean, yeah, but there are still things you can do to mess up OBS. So I don't know. It's not that simple. It sounds simple, but it isn't. I get the feeling like I need to find an OBS tutorial course or something like that. I think this will put it in front of me. Yeah, there we go. You love it for streaming and for recording, just no go? Ah, I'm sorry. What's the alternative? You were gonna say happy birthday? Oh yeah, thank you, man. That's alright, Mr. Tree. You're not that late. God damn, the music goes hard. Oh, I know. Dova Syndrome's music has, like, a lot of really good top-notch creators who just know how to make something that blows your mind, you know? Okay, so right here, I want to put a pylon intersecting this portion. So I'm going to try and, like, go out a block. Okay. Oh, whoops. Undo. Rotate that 180. Oh, nope. I was not close enough. There we go, perfect. So it's going exactly through the middle right here. And then to fix the obstruction, all I do is stack 5. So let's stack 11. Oh, I'm 1 block off. Perfect. Okay, now I'll correct the internal section here in a minute. What is it? It's every 3, 1, 2, 3, so like right here. Okay, and then it's supposed to have a redstone block and a rail. This way everything is perfectly powered all throughout. Oh, I love these little tunnels. I wanted to do this on 2B2T and have these massive tunnels that just go everywhere. And then the pylons that hold them all up. Oh, it looks so cool. But sadly, it was just not meant for the likes of 2B2T. Okay. cool. Okay, I think that's enough pylons for now. Anyway, your 2 brain cells just clicked. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, don't worry about about wishing me happy birthday or stuff. No, Jack's birthday was yesterday. It was, that's why I opened the fan server yesterday. Goddamn Entity God mode. What's with Entity God mode? Did something, wild come about, Syri? Was this my original plan, or did I think of stuff as I go on? I had a lot of ideas that I wanted to try to make, and I've tried to sort of stay in line with some of those ideas, and then with other ideas I just said screw it, and then I just went about my business and not... Some of these things I've kept to my original plan, some of them I haven't. It's just kind of whatever. It doesn't have to be... You know, I don't have to do it perfect, exactly as I envision it. I kind of just... Whatever's good enough sometimes. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. Oh, wait a minute. That's 4. Oh, that's 5 and 5. Okay, yeah, never mind. That'll work. Okay. So yeah, with a lot of this, I'm not really thinking all that hard. I am just sort of throwing blocks around. You don't always have to think about every little thing that you do. At least I don't. With some of this stuff, I'm just like, that'll look good there. Do that here, that'll be fine. And well, you know, that's enough sometimes. Isn't that what they used to find Space Falcon Entity God mode? Do you mean Entity God mode? Now, they found Space Falcon using no-comm, but they flew there with Entity God mode. Because they could teleport out with that. And it would take them, like, really far. I think that part was true. But yeah, no, finding the place was via no-comm. Because, like, all they had to do was just check in the end. And eventually they'd find me. And it didn't matter. I was told it didn't matter how far out I went. It would just take longer the farther out I went. But they were so, you know, dead set on finding and griefing me. It was an inevitability they would have found this place one way or another. Unless I had stopped playing. In which case they wouldn't have had loaded chunks to base their little findings on. But I would have had to know to not play. So, I don't know. It would have been nice to have had a heads up or some way of like foiling it. But I sadly don't think that was ever realistically going to happen. Yeah, they had a vendetta against me, definitely. Definitely. It's more probably Tristan's vendetta than anyone else's. But I don't know. At this point it doesn't matter because good luck fucking doing anything to me now. I doubt they even know I stream. Anyway, build a space version of the Tower Office inside the city of Space Falcon. I could do that. But I don't know, I've already imported one build from 2B2T directly onto this place. I don't want to get like super nostalgia trippy, you know, with the builds that I import. Like, part of me doesn't want to make too many references to the older stuff. I don't know. You had an entire plan for your survival base, you wanted... Yeah. I've kind of partially... Only partially... mapped out and planned a lot of this stuff. A lot of the plans I initially had were for the central pillar. And things that sort of got left over, I ended up doing something about it here. But, for the most part, I'm just doing it off the cuff. Hey, Aman, how are you? Oh, hey, Morbid Rain. All you have to say is someone has console, and is why you stopped playing on 2BTT. So we all know who, too, but whatever. Oh, who has console? I've heard it's the Spawn Masons or something. I've always wondered how accurate that was. But I've always been told that that was just the schizophrenic rantings of Zero Neb. And that Zero Neb is a known memer who has like zero credibility or next to no credibility or something like that. So like, I'm sure there is an element of truth to it, that there's some people who have unfair access they shouldn't have. But good luck ever getting proof on that. Just imagine you're going to have like kids and grandchildren before Jack completes this build. No, you'll have kids and grandchildren after that. Don't worry, man. You can tell your kids and grandkids about having been here and watched it all. They'll think it's really epic or whatever. Who knows? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, you have a pick, but that's left your Discord and you don't need to get your account hacked? Jesus. Well, just like message me or something. I won't spread it around or anything. I'm just curious. Grandkids be playing Minecraft 1.74? Oh man. I doubt there will be a 1.74, but yeah, sure, I guess. I don't know. Damn, 1.74. That's nuts. To think that that could become a real version someday. I know Microsuck has said they want to keep the game around for 100 years, so if they succeed in that, yeah, we could see a 1.74, couldn't we? 1.74, rather. Is Pyrobyte active? I have no clue. Probably not. I imagine Pyro has legitimately left the game. Okay, I kind of want... I'm not sure. Microsoft can't keep any project up for more than 5 years, I know. And we are at the 4.5 year mark. And it's just kind of sort of scary, isn't it? It can, but they aren't good at it. Yeah, I know. 1.100? God, that would be insane. I would think they would make a Minecraft 2 by that point. Before we'd get to 1.100. They're doing something similar on Constantine's server as BibleBot is online 24/7. Really? Well, if need be, I can warn the people in control of Constantium to fuck them. So, message me about that, Morbid Rain. We can nip that shit in the bud and at least keep Constantium clean. Because they are not afraid of getting rid of those types if necessary. Oh hey, in Clouds, legend? I wouldn't say I'm a legend. This is just something I enjoy doing. Pyrobite probably has graduated college. Yeah, that's probably true, but no clue on whether or not he ever wants to return to this place, because he's probably of the opinion that it's best to leave it in the past, you know? Yeah, and also depends on what he's studying for. You're right, Amion. Sorry. How old is Pyro? He was like 17 or 18 when I last talked to him, but that was many years ago, so he's in his mid-20s by now. He has to be. It's actually surprising how many teenagers I've seen and met through 2B2T who came off as way older than they actually were. And Pyro was definitely one of them. He said to me, dead ass, "Oh, I'm 33. I'm 34. And I took him at his word. I'm like, oh, okay. Because there were a few people who were in their 30s playing 2B2T back then. And so I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. There are some people that old here. So it's not impossible, right? Yeah, no, he was lying. But I can't blame him for doing that. I've lied about my age many times. When I was a kid. I'm not anymore. So, you know. But back in the day, you know, it was very common to not be as forthwith about your age. Pyro was not on Dr. Enderpickle's show. I don't know. Are you sure he was on that can't be true. I'd have heard about that if that had happened. Who knows that grinding Valorant or Warzone? Maybe. Who knows? I hope he's not doing something silly like that. Because if he's in, like, Valorant or Warzone or wasting his life on a game like that, like, nothing's really changed, you know? Pyro having a daughter or a son? Yeah, that would be wild. Him having kids is not something I would have expected. But, like, everybody moves on eventually, you know? Oh, it was someone else. Okay, I thought so. I can't imagine myself having kids, let alone people I knew from 2B2T. That's just wild. But hey, you know, wilder things than that have happened. Could be worse, I guess. I don't know. Enderpickles has a lot of people who don't want to play anymore. Yeah, I know. I didn't feel that way when he first interviewed me, but then the years carried on, and it seemed more and more unlikely that we were going to get the 2B2T we knew and loved back. And well, I can firmly say, 4 years later, that that is definitely how things went down. It's just sad, like, I guess the people who first realized that things had changed and not for the better, in a lot of ways they were the smart ones. I felt they were giving up a little too easily. But that I did at least acknowledge they could potentially be right. Now I know they were. Sad, really. What if Pyro betrayed everybody and joined the tyranny? Well, he did, kind of. He was sort of a loose member just because he knew Tristan, he knew Pop Bob, he knew all of those people. And I always kind of entertained the idea that he could be one of them, and that he just defected or, like, went into hiding so as to not, like, hurt our feelings. But I've also heard Tristan say that he left to go to college. And Tristan would have bragged about that if he'd actually been on their side the whole time, or some silly dumb bullshit like that. So I don't know. It just... It's just so likely that he moved on with his life. so many other people have. But, ah well. I'm just happy I had the memories and experiences I had. Even if they weren't like the most amazing things ever. I still got to do a lot. He was friends with several Nerds Inc. members. Yes, exactly, Void Shadow. Oh, good night, Chase Krung. You know what? This edge bothers me. It isn't quite up to where I want it to be. Yeah, that's much better. It's a more uniform look. Finish off that little tiny wall there, and then maybe put some slabs on top to further sort of... Whoops. The hell am I hitting? There we go. Have I allied with Pop Bob or Jared before? I've allied with Jared before, but I've never allied with Pop Bob. That is, I've not done it to my knowledge. Unless Pop Bob got over a massive ruse on me and managed to somehow, like, pretend to be someone else for a time. But I don't know. As in morals or just game bad? What? Tristan? Yeah, Tristan's done some awful stuff before, definitely. He's doxed people, he's stalked people, he's done a lot of shit. Makes me glad to not have to worry about being involved with or associated with him. Really a shame, too, but I doubt it's the type of stuff he would ever get in trouble for. Because trouble seems to slide off him like a fucking oil slick. Okay, I kind of want to copy this side. Yeah, I'll copy the wall first. Just join my Discord, have to find the pick of the conversation. Okay. Thank you so much, Morbid Rain. I kind of figured you just vanished. There we go. Yeah, I kind of want to make a copy of this to over here. Except maybe this way. I'm changing my mind a lot tonight. I don't normally do a design and then go, nah, let me redo it. Anyway. Tristan's definitely up there for the most yeah, I know. Pop and yeah. There's a reason why I don't speak of them very highly. Like, and this goes beyond the mere trolling and stuff. Like, for example, you've got Frickin', you've got Bubba J, you've got so many Nerds Inc. members who, yeah, they're trolls. Yeah, they'll mess with you, certainly. If you give them ammo, they'll happily use it. But they're not the kinds of people, at least I hope, who would just annihilate your life if they were given the opportunity. But I wouldn't say that about Pop Bob or Tristan. Anything you give to those two, or to Clyde, would very much be used against you, and you'd be very lucky to have a reputation that if they don't end up sullying it in some fashion. There we go. I mean, they're just bad people. It's just all there is to it. Friends with XCC2 and Pop Bob years ago. Oh yeah, X0XP. Holy shit, I forgot about him. Okay, yep, right about here should be the right spot. Yeah, I've forgotten all the things Liam has done. Liam, aka X0XP. He is... Oh man, that dude is a fucker. He's done some wild shit. And not good stuff. Like, he's gotten in trouble with the law. He's had his fair share of fuck-ups. There are a lot of people that you'll learn if you stick around 2B2T and learn of the history of a lot of the people involved. There are a lot of people you'll find are just better off being avoided. You're just better off not knowing them. Listen about them, hear about them, don't repeat their mistakes, but like, you don't want to friend them. There are so many people out there who are like, oh my god, it's the famous Pop Bob, let me try and find him on Discord, Steam, wherever, and then befriend him, yeah. Like, maybe don't do that. Getting off this topic, that's alright, Ani, I'll stop too. Bro, you have messed up video XP uploaded a while back? Ah, really? He has an obsession with bullying Warmonger. Oh, I know. The Warmonger stuff just like... I'm not really sure why it hasn't stopped. I get why they bullied him so many times back in the day. But that was back in the day. This was 2014, 2015. Like, okay, fair enough. Like, he was a lolcow. But he was also kind of humanized at a certain point. There were several bases that Warmonger was eventually invited to. And a lot of people were, like, kind of okay with him. But the dude's been on Constantium since, like, 2017. Like... leave him the fuck alone. At a certain point, you know, yeah, his initial craziness may have been bad, but like, you're agitating him can't make anything better. So I don't know. I don't know what goes through people's heads. It's a lot like with Chris Chan. Like, yeah, he was initially a complete fuck up of a human being, but the things people did to him didn't make things any better. You know? Like, at a certain point, just stop. Jesus Christ, just let a train wreck of a human being alone. I don't know. Some people don't know when to leave well enough alone. They really, truly don't. And it's so sad, too, because then you have... Oh, whoops. Then you have people like, you know, monsters like Chris Chan who get created from that. And it's just like, damn. This could maybe have been avoided. But then again, maybe not. Who knows? Can you tell us why he turned on Momamna? I have no idea. I just know that they based together and that they were friends, and then suddenly they weren't. I couldn't tell you any more than that. Like, Liam has always been a wild cannon. Or a loose cannon, sorry, a wild... I don't know, what would be a good way to describe him? Like, he strikes me as the kind to harass somebody simply because they got tired of his antics. And at that point, he just doubles down. I don't know. There's no happy middle ground with people like that. They're always upset, or there's some... Maybe in this case, I think with X0XP, his life was already so much trouble as it was. Starting shit with other people is like... Oh, whoops. Is like the best thing that he could do. You know, it was a means of killing his boredom. Because, like, I can distinctly remember multiple times where X0XP would routinely brag about doing MDMA, whatever other really popular drugs were going around at the time. He mentioned being in jail once at one point. Like, he literally has a baby's mama. Like, fucking hell. I feel bad for that child. He has a daughter now. Has for several years, and I'm just like, ugh. That girl is going to be so fucked up when she grows up. Oh my god. I don't even want to think about it. And yeah, Liam is just a bit of a problem. He's just always been that way. He joined the server when he was 12. And every other major griefer who joined the server when they were a very, very young age have such wonderful track records of being stable individuals, do they not? Year 2030. Oh, I'm sorry, I had a nasty cough there. So yeah, I don't know. Let's take a break from parks and make fountains. That'll be nice. Warmonger's chill. Might be a little nuts, but he's truly a good person at heart. Yeah, he tries to be. He's a insane loony at times, but I don't know. I just would distance myself from people like that. Because I've heard enough horror stories from Silver Crown King about some of the crazy shit Warmonger's done and how many bitch fits that he's pitched. I'd be out of there after like the second or the first even. And you know, fair enough. Like, some people are not that well adjusted to internet life and they don't know how to keep themselves, you know, contained. Like Warmonger. They can't keep themselves from having an outburst whenever somebody does or says something they don't like. But like, Jesus Christ. There's something to be said for that, and then there's something to be said for people who like don't know when to leave well enough alone. And yeah, that was definitely the tyranny and the other people who would happily antagonize Warmonger. So I don't know. I just don't know. Hey, Stone Cold Killer, how are you? I don't think you'd base it. No, I wouldn't base with Warmonger either. I know what of an absolute shit show he could be. But at the very least, I would leave well enough alone. I wouldn't get involved. Nowhere is it written that you have to base with a lolcow like that. You can just ignore them. But, some people can't. Some people have to go and prod and poke at people like that. I guess to get their jollies? I don't know. It has to be a get their jollies kind of situation. It has to be. What other explanation is there? So who knows? It's whatever. Most people use stuff like 2B2T unleash their anger and rage. Exactly. And that's honestly probably a healthy way to use 2B2T. If you're going to use it at all, at least you should probably think about doing it that way. And then you should just learn to let go once shit hits the fan. And there are people who cannot do that. And it's so sad. Oh shit. Wait a minute, did I put this in the middle? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Cool. So yeah, moral of the story, distance yourself from drama and things of that nature, because ultimately those types of things never help. Like, those can really only hurt you. And so, don't be a shitlord. Like, it's one thing to relieve stress and relieve trouble and get your angst out there. That's one thing. But it's another to be an absolute, I don't know, asshole. And just go so far above and beyond. Like, that's where we get into the unhealthy side of things, where you've got people like Jared 2013 and the Tyranny and others who've gone well above and beyond what is civil, what is necessary. Oh, man. Actually, I like this. And yeah, there's just so many people who don't know how to restrain themselves online. They go all out, and it's just... it breeds a sort of insanity, because the problem with getting your frustrations out, like how they harassed Warmonger, for example, the problem with that is, it's never enough. You're never going to be satisfied with that. You'll always be chasing the high of harassing Warmonger. Because notice how the people who did that stuff never quit. They never stopped doing it. It was never enough for them. They could never get to a point where they were like, okay, I've harassed Warmonger enough. I think I'll stop now. Did we ever hit that point? It just never seemed to be enough, you know? Yeah, distance yourself from BS. Exactly, Morbid Rain. Exactly. I don't know. Yeah, once you start pulling into the IRL details, you take it too far. Exactly. Exactly. Because there was, for a time, a certain level of understood, you know, boundary to 2B2T. Some things were genuinely off limits. But they were more of a gentleman's agreement and less of a hard and fast rule. I don't know. Being a griefer is fine if that's your thing, but you'll get more respect if you're just a great builder, or if you build and move on, or if you're more or less like... how do I put this? If you're more or less like an amicable person. Like, yeah, you can grief as long as you're actually, like, cool, I guess. Like, have an off switch. That's the problem I found with a lot of the griefers. They don't have an off switch. There's no resting phase for them. They're always on the hunt for the next quarry. There's the next kill, the next find, the next grief, the next whatever. And, like, seemingly it never ended for them. They were never satisfied. And like, there's something wrong with that, you know? Like, at a certain point, you should be somewhat satisfied, or get bored and go do something else, or something like that. But I never got that sense of there was never any sating their appetites, you know? The griefer's appetite for destruction was never satisfied. The backstabber's appetite for betrayal was never satisfied. That never happened. The harasser's appetite for harassing people like Ormonger never ended. It was always on to the next ruse, on to the next moment of, how can I mess with them? What more can I do to make their lives worse in the here and now? And it just seemed like, God, that's unhealthy as fuck. Don't you have a life beyond this? Like, who hurt you? You know? Whoops. Yeah, it's a drug. Exactly, Finley. It is a drug. It is an addiction. It always felt more like a compulsion, you know? They knew what they were doing, but that they didn't want to not do it. I don't know. It's strange. I almost get the feeling that if they were ever banned from 2B2T, if that had ever become a thing, and they were legitimately unable to log in, and let's say all their alts got wiped out and they'd have to buy a new account during the heyday of 2B2T, a lot of these people would be like begging Housemaster to let them back on, or something like that. They would have gone over and above whatever it would have taken for them to be able to go back to 2B2T, because they would naturally have withdrawals. There would hit a point where they'd be like, no, I need 2B2T again. No, Housemaster, let me back on. I'll be cool, I promise. And then they would almost immediately fuck up. Because those types can't not. So I don't know. It's a very wild, unfortunate thing, and I'm sure there are newer people like that who came in the last, I don't know, 5 years. Since about, I want to say, the first really truly popular takeovers, post-Rusher. And I'm sure there are newer people who have started who are just as bad, who are in the making, who may or may not have awoken, but are just, you know, the next lolcow away from trying to extract suffering from whoever. And it's just like, wow. You never grief anymore, that's because you didn't have it coming. Or you never grief anymore, that didn't have it coming. You only raid McNeo's base because he leaked Dr. Zombie. Ah. Yeah, see, that makes sense. You know, funny enough, we never liked McNeo, even when he was in the Spawn Masons. He seemed like a dumbass, but he had like a superiority complex despite being a dumbass. Like, Alpha and I would make fun of him all the time. I distinctly remember that, because like, that was one of the first big turnoffs for all the Spawn Mason meetings, was that we would see people like McNeo, and we would be like, why the fuck is he in the Spawn Masons? Like, does anyone like this guy? And some of them kinda did, but I think his welcome was worn out after a certain point. So I don't know. I'm just happy that I don't have to deal with any of that. And that I can kinda like rant about some of it and let it out, and then just not worry. And then I can just go back to life as it was, And I don't have to give a shit. It's nice. Oh, hey, someone else. How are you? I'm doing good. Nice to see you again. Too easy to give something away? Oh, yeah, I know. How is everybody? I'm doing pretty well. I had a nice Labor Day holiday. I'm enjoying it. What the? Oh, I didn't actually paste here. I thought I did. Today's been a good day. Actually, let's get rid of this. There are too many little fountain heads in one location. Did not expect this stream to be so chill. Well, you should have heard me rant about all the crazy stuff I just ranted about a moment ago. That's kind of not normal, but I do try to be chill. Like, that is my appeal. At least I'd like to think so. If you just came here, yeah, you probably missed it. We were talking about how people hate on each other on 2B2T and how it's like a drug. And how it's usually kind of bad. I've never seen the people who get their rocks off making fun of and trolling, but not like light trolling, but like the harassing. I've never seen those people ever be satisfied with it. There was always the next hit, the next opportune moment, you know? Oh shit. Undo. Paste. Oh yeah, this is looking good. He's chilling until we get up about nerd. Yeah, I know. The nerds really do kind of whip me into a frenzy, don't they? I better be careful continuing to talk about them. Oh shit. Just because, like, I don't have a reason to get mad anymore. So, like, I need to let it go. I really do. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about the nerds anymore, actually. Yeah, I'm going to make that an official thing now. I'm going to leave that in the past. That's all done. It does not matter to me any longer. What's over is over. Where we are is where we are. We all must move on eventually. So I'm moving on from that. I proclaim it forevermore from this day onward. Oh, hey, Keysors, where you been, man? You doing right? All right? Also, no reply from XCC2, sadly. I was gonna have him on tonight, but he never got back to me about doing anything, so we may have him tomorrow. It may be another day. Might be Saturday. I don't know. Whenever's good for him. He was all right with the nighttime. The streams are, of course, at this time, so I don't know. We'll see if I can ever get a hold of him. Actually, what would be a good block that I don't use terribly often? Must be something in here I can use. Yeah, that'll do. Wait a minute, I screwed that up. There we go. Place is looking good. Oh yeah, I know. I'll do a tour, a good look around of everything when I'm finished. Just because there's so much to see now. You will all likely want to see, those of you who've not been here in a few streams, you'll want to see how crazy dense this place has gotten. I feel like this needs some shrubbery. Something to sort of draw your eye, you know? In addition to the water fountain part. Any idea what he works on nowadays? I do not know, actually. You met XCC2 now in game or in person? Because like when people say I met so and so, it's hard to tell sometimes. Oh, whoops. Okay, let's get a nice crazy topiary going here. That'll do. Ah, perfect. In-game on 2B2T. Okay. Well, good. I know he's a good person to meet if you ever happen to run into him. However you run into him, XCC2 will usually treat you right. I'm just going to be shameless and copy, rotate this, and then put it over here. Perfect. You delivered him some milk and cookies. He's a real Andy Kaufman shout out, and he liked, aw. Nice. It's so heartwarming to hear of things like that. People like XCC2 restore your faith in humanity, you know? More people should strive to be like him. Sadly, it's just way less common than most of us would like, I'm sure. Andy Kaufman, yeah, I know. XCC2 is too nice for 2B2T, I know. But he's a good man. You need people like that on there, if nothing else. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, that works. That works wonderfully. Even though it's just this tiny little thing in this gigantic sea of buildings, blocks, and other things. See you later? Okay, if we find pics, you'll... Okay, make sure to Morbid Rain. Okay. So that's basically the entire fountain sort of thing that I wanted to do. Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit taller. Just because this is the central one, and I kind of want that to stick out just a little bit. Oh yeah, I love that. You know, actually, I kind of want this to be more like the lip of a tub. Hopefully this doesn't intervene too badly. Oh. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Ooh. Oh, maybe not. Yikes. There we go. Oh, wait, shit. This didn't... Oh, man. Maybe I should have it like that, yeah. That'll help prevent spillage. Okay. Anyway. Cool fountain. Oh, thank you, Stone Cold. 2BT doesn't attract people like XCC. Yeah, I know. It was wild to see someone like him even start out there. And obviously, if XCC2 hadn't started there when he did, I don't know that he would have been able to stick around at all. It's really hard to say because early 2B2T didn't have an identity like it has now. It had something of an identity, but not to the degree people attribute it. Like, it wasn't the world's worst server. It wasn't the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. It wasn't any of that shit. It was just simply a server that had no rules, and that was it. People were not, how do I put this, judgmental about it. They didn't know what to make of it in that form. It was just a place, and people enjoyed playing there, and that was the end of it. Unfortunately, things change. And there was a time where, despite the reputation it had, it was actually still a really cool place to go. And well, you can blame you-know-who. A combination of Fit, the Camping Rusher, Elrish MC, Fuse Toi, Ant Venom, blah 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 blah. The list just goes on. Actually, yeah, I think I'll waterlog all these. Ah, well, you know. The House of Cards was never stable. That's what I've learned. What is Chris Layton doing? I have no clue. I have not been in contact with Snacky in about a year. I don't think he kept up with Chris Layton beyond high school. Because obviously he graduated high school and is in well into college and all that. So depending on what he did, who knows. Chris Layton could be a fucking brain surgeon by now. Nobody would know. At least, maybe. But I wish him the best. I hope he succeeded in whatever his life's work was, whatever Chris Layton... If he got out of here, out of 2B2T, and he managed to live, then yeah, I wish him the best. I wouldn't want him to be stuck or stymied because of 2B2T. There we go. I think that'll do it. That's just the perfect sort of capstone, you know? So yeah, that's our fountain for the day. I'll make a few more here and there later. Like, see, this area right here is so barren. It's only got one little thing here, and I might end up moving this somewhere and then putting like a building here, just because there's enough room, you know. So yeah, here's the tour that I mentioned I would do. And let's flip on them shaders. And there we have it. Was Chris a bad person on 2B2T? He spammed bad words like everybody else. But it was just, you know, he was a young kid. He was in high school. He didn't want to have a reputation that ruined his life. And Pop Bob basically scared him into leaving. And that was the end of it. Ooh, I like how that turned out, even with shaders. Oh, and the balls of end rods. That looks so wicked. Oh wow, that looks even more wicked under here. There we go. God, that stupid villager farm just destroys my frame rate when I get too close. If I go any farther closer than this, my frame rate takes a dip. Oh, I know why. If I'm looking at the central pillar, it's the paintings and the armor stands in the central pillar. That's what's destroying my frame rate there. Chris Layton was the king of 2B2T. He was a good spammer, but that was about it. He got power crept by Pyrobite. Do I know Pop Bob Lazy? No, I do not. I got to know who he was, and I knew enough to, like, want to avoid the shit out of him. Oh, here's another little, park thing that I made today. Looks pretty good, I'd say. Oh my god, that's insane. Well, thank you, Luke the Dude. Oh yeah, here's the little ice road. I've not flown down, or not flown, boated down the ice road in a while. Is this viable? Ooh, free drifting, or Tokyo drifting. I don't know. I would love to see somebody be able to go down this thing without, like, crashing into the walls. Tokyo drifting, that's it. Easy to do, easy to do. When am I building it? I'm building it right now. The hell are you talking about? Other than the Chris Layton, what did he do to him? He doxed him. Threatened to, like, tell the school that he was at. Oh. Lazy Not Tired, thank you for subscribing, man. He just was going to try to ruin Chris Layton's life. And, yeah, that's Pop Pop for you. So, you know. Fun. That's a lot of wholesome fun right there. But hey, what can you do? I mean, if anything, don't make your real life name your Minecraft name. Like, it's pretty bad to be on a server like 2B2T and have to learn that lesson the hard way. Ah, well. You heard that on Fast Vincent, but yeah. Vincent got the a lot of info from a lot of people like me who saw that or had heard about it. I'm not building it on 2B2T, Luke the Dude. I'm building it in single player, and that's it. You can watch me build it, but this is it. Eventually, I'm going to switch to making the internal portions of some of these buildings. Like this building right here is so big, but it's so empty. I got to put something in here. I can't stand it. It's so sad. It's so sad Steve Jobs died of Ligma. It's so sad Space Valk died of Ligma. But it could potentially be reborn again on Well, if anyone ever wants to rebuild it, that's up to them. But for now, this place is good enough as is for me. What Jack isn't telling you is that he is op on GPT and I'm on the server right now. Yes, exactly, Amion. Hey, Florida Ball. Ligma is a serious disease, exactly. I'm glad you know. I mean, the more people are aware of horrific diseases like Ligma and D's nuts, I mean, the more people are made aware of that, hopefully, eventually, science will come up with a cure in the form of a vaccine or some sort of, like, inoculation. But sadly, till that happens, we're all at the mercy of shit posters and shitlords. Ah well. You will build Space Valk 3 bigger and better than ever. Well, if you want to try that, Sam, you go right ahead. More power to you, mate. If you can do it, you'll be the buildest builder of all time. You might just even be the most 2B2T player of all time. You might have just been able to do the impossible, to see the invisible. But a little piece of advice, if you're going to remake this place, don't tell anyone about it. Keep it quiet. And duplicate an ass ton of beacons and other blocks. Because you're not likely to be able to remake this place without a lot of goods. You know, I'm still kind of sad I couldn't think of anything to put up here. Ooh, I love how the amethyst glows with the shaders. I didn't know they'd do that. That's so pretty. I love that. Jack, check 2 messages ago from you, Riolani. You've just watched more. Chris never left because of Pop. His Facebook was never found. I had a friend call his mobile and sell him air conditioner units and found his Twitter. Oh, wow. Good enough. I mean, that's really just like... That's still too much, you know? That's still crossing the line. That's right up there with saying, hey, look, buddy, I know where you live and I'm going to go there and sell you another air conditioning unit. One you won't be able to refuse. Like, I'll cut you an offer you can't refuse is very mafioso-esque, isn't it? Make you an offer you can't refuse. Yeah, something like that. Like, it's very creepy to do that to someone. But, oh well. Make a simple PvP room in that one room. I could. The buildest build of all time. Yeah, it is crossing the line, exactly. Illegal gamer move. Oh man, I cannot build with obsidian with that. There we go. So yeah, who knows? Sadly, people like Pop Bob will never get their comeuppance or any sort of like just desserts for that. They will continue to be Pop Bob and will receive no repercussions or any sort of like justice, none of that. Ah, well. Maybe not that tall. Shit. Sponge. Oh, that unwaterlogged all that? Damn it. There we go. It ain't much. You know, tiny itty bitty little water fountain. Oh wait, no, better yet. Oh shit. There we go. Problem solved. My aim has gotten so bad lately. I don't know why. There we go. Yeah, I like that. It's a little better. Anyway, Kiwi Farms is down for the foreseeable future, so a bunch of trolls have been unleashed upon the rest of the internet. Jesus Christ, has it? Damn. Well, we always, in the ancient days of 4chan, we were always, like, of the opinion that a place like B, or obviously in this case Kiwi Farms, these areas are containment. If you breach them by downing the website, you do so at your own risk. Because, as you just said, a bunch of trolls have now been unleashed upon the internet. Like, that's so fucking stupid and short-sighted. Like, someone is going to regret doing that. I mean, what can you do now, you know? Oh, hey, Lobo Plays, how are you? So yeah, I don't know. It's dumb. It really is. Like, it's no skin off my nose. I don't really give a shit. But at the same time, like, if that's such a bad thing, that you've unleashed all these shit posters and shitlords into the world, well, maybe you shouldn't have destroyed their containment board. You know? Like, you really don't have a right to complain about something when you're the reason it got out in the first place. Like, what kind of fuckhead, you know, decision was that? Like, they're of the opinion that by destroying Kiwi Farms, by destroying 4chan, by destroying something awful, by destroying, you know, whatever, insert thing here, they're somehow doing everybody a favor. They're their hero. They've just won the internet. And, you know, they totally haven't destroyed the Hoover Dam and flooded thousands of square miles of land. Or, well, maybe not thousands, hundreds of square miles of land. And have not caused a total travesty in the process. Like, yeah, you are the hero. Right. So, I don't know. It's dumb. It really is. Because, see, the irony is, places like Kiwi Farms came about organically. And while it may be harder for people to make another Kiwi Farms, they're still going to try. You've not accomplished anything. So, GG, I guess. Ah, you got Java. All right. Good on you, Lobo. Hopefully you can join our fan server now. And if not, well, you know. They saved all the data anyway. It will go right back up to... Yep, exactly. These people are not stupid. Like, the SJW types may be retarded and wouldn't have saved all that stuff if they had made Kiwi Farms. But people that run places like Kiwi Farms have backups. They're not dumb. They know full well that places like Kiwi Farms ruffle a lot of feathers and that inevitably someone's going to come with an axe and try to end them. So, of course, they're going to do what they can to keep themselves going. Like, duh. It's just silly to think that, you know, this is over and done now. Kiwi Farms is over. Like, the internet has been saved. Yay. Like, no, it hasn't. Nothing's changed. But don't tell that to the people who helped take it down. Actually, I don't want that there. I want that moved over a block or two. Oh shit. Redo. There we go, and paste that there. Perfect. So yeah. Ah well. That's like breaking the vial that contained COVID in the lab in wherever. And it's out in the wild now. And you're like, yeah, we killed the guy who released it. We killed the scientist who accidentally made the boo-boo that let it out into the wild. The world is saved now. Like, no it isn't. That's such shooting the messenger mentality. But oh well, those types of idiot have to learn the lesson the hard way. There's just no helping them. Java's free, so you could have had it ages ago. No, he means the Java version of Minecraft. He's not talking about Java itself. That means he has a computer that can actually run Java Minecraft. That's what he was implying. You never heard of it till recently, but you've an interest on the locale scene like Wings of Redemption and Darkside Phil. Oh, I know, those people have had miles and miles of just insanity. Because at their heart, they are people that were never told no and have zero sense. They have no common sense. And they get harassed because society doesn't do that anymore, and that's a control mechanism that has by and large been swept under the rug. But I mean, harassment and bullying came about for a reason. Like, people don't want to admit or accept that human behavior is tempered by evolutionary pressure. That includes shit like bullying, overeating, swearing, like religious iconography. So many things have evolutionary behaviors that drive them. And you're looking at thousands and thousands of years of change. Bullying exists for a reason. It didn't come about just because. It's not nice, no. But you're never going to stop it. You're not going to cull the impulse just because. Oh, if I shut down the server or the website they're acting on, you know, that'll stop the behavior. Like, that is so short-sighted. These things come about for a reason. And without understanding the core reasons, you have no hope of tackling the problem. And these people just don't get that. And good luck trying to tell them that, because they'll label you all sorts of names under the sun. But in reality, they are the ignorant ones because they don't understand why these behaviors even happen at all. So it's silly. Try to get into the Chris Chan stuff and you can't. Oh, I know. I hate Chris Chan. Oh, I'm so tired of all this stuff around him. God, I wish he would just disappear from the internet. Just like, get locked away, get put in jail. Chris Chan's a monster. Just put him in jail, lock him away for life, and that just be the end of it, and it just dies away. Slowly, it just fades from memory. But whatever. Both sides play it. Yeah, exactly. Both sides play off each other. That definitely fuels things. But like, people bullying, even as grown adults, people bullying is a control mechanism for society. It weeds out the weak. It makes people either grow stronger or they fall apart. And yeah, it's a horrible thing. It really is. But like, that's human behavior. What are you going to do about that? How do you fix thousands of years of evolutionary psychology like that? Blowing the internet website off the face of the earth isn't going to do shit. Like you said, you just released a bunch of hackers and autists out into the wild now. Congrats. Like, you've accomplished nothing but chaos. It's funny as hell, if nothing else. Well, Epitome of a train wreck that you can't look... Oh, I know. I know. I followed the Chris Chan train wreck since 2007. Believe me, I know. It's a nightmare that this person still continues to gain attention. Even in jail. Somebody disagreed on the lab leak thing. Well, okay, I mean, that's fine. I don't really give a shit about that. Ultimately, my point that I was making is that you're getting mad at someone who is merely the messenger. You're shooting the messenger. Like, you're not accomplishing anything. You're not tackling the core cause of the event. Why do things happen the way they do? And yeah, like, human behavior is so driven by evolutionary pressure, it hurts. You're almost never going to tackle that and stop it. It ain't gonna happen. It just isn't. But well, what can you do? Oh yeah, Chris Chan's bullshit's still going on. You don't want to know who Chris Chan is. If you don't know, turn away. Do not look them up. They're not worth your time. You get drawn into a miasma of pain. Okay, 4? Of cringe, of pain, of suffering. Just be glad you're not them. Actually. Now this part may not have a purpose because it's so thin. Let's make it 4? Or no. It's the same. Perfect. When you try to silence it, it just grows. Oh, I know. Best weapon for Mr. is information with open source discourse. Yeah. Ah, well. Okay. Chris Chan seems like a train wreck. Oh, I know. I know. Okay. So, I'm thinking once I get the spiral on this, that'll do it for me. Something like this. And then I can make a double helix version of this, because double helixes are awesome. And I'm really not sure. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, yeah, I like that. And then maybe give it something like this. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's not discuss that person any longer. Ugh. I don't want to die. Internally, I mean. My soul is already at its limit when it comes to some lol cows. I just wish that it would all go away, you know? I wouldn't have to hear about it any longer. Things would be great. Okay, and then... this, and this. Yeah, it's all right. It's just at a certain point, like, so for those of you who don't know, there's a guy who makes, I'm not going to name him. There's a guy who's made a documentary on Chris Chan. It's on part 90, I want to say, and each episode is like an hour long, hour to 45 minutes to an hour. And so after 90 minutes, there are like tens of hours. I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of like 100 hours of documentary on Chris Chan. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. And every time one of them comes out, I watch it, but I want to stick a fork in my eye, and I want to like die on the inside, and I don't know why. It's so bad. And so like, I would honestly prefer Chris Chan just get put away and that be the end of them forever and ever. And we just never hear about them again, and we can all just move on with our lives, you know? But hey, I'm sure after what all has happened, he'll get off scot-free just like they have always gotten off scot-free. And life will continue on as wretchedly as ever. So yeah. But really, though, Chris Chan doesn't affect me. Like, I don't like hearing about him, but it's not like the end of the world. You know, my life isn't going to be any better or worse, having heard about them or not. So it doesn't matter. But at any rate, yeah, I'm thinking this is where I'm going to end it. I'm probably going to make more little pillars like this. Paste those around here, too. And then obviously I want to make buildings as well. Let's get some blue stained glass first before I really end this off. Ooh, I like that. Electric blue. That's a cute color. And it also looks really snazzy. Oh, whoops. Okay, good. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. I feel like it could use a little bit of some point. I don't know. Why the color biome does the leaves become in the... that's what you get. Like, the biome of the end has one foliage color, and that's it. So, like, you kind of just have to take it for what it is. It's not a bad look. It's not as vibrant as a jungle or a mushroom biome, but, you know, it's fine. It'll do. You know what, let's put some beacons on that while I'm at it. There we go. Yeah, I like that. that works. It's just a little odd accentuator piece. It doesn't have an inside or any sort of function, but you know. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, actually, fun fact, back when I made this building, this was the power generator building, and I said this reactor is what was powering everything on the disk, and so it has this proboscis or whatever, and it's just floating here. There's nothing here for it to connect to, and there are buildings sort of sandwiching it. And then I said later on that I would make a sort of power distribution system of some kind that would commute power from building to building. And I never really got around to that. I think I found it right here. I think I could use this as my power distribution pylon or something like that. I think that looks cool. And I'll put another thing right there. Perfect. I like it. Looks like a flashlight, a lamp, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm in love with it, you know. But at any rate, this is it, guys. I've given you all a small tour, put a whole bunch of little details hither and yon. Lots more stuff to do, of course, but I'm liking it. This place has been getting really interesting lately. We got a lot more to do, but it's really shaping up, isn't it? I mean, just look at this place. Holy crap. Isn't it breathtaking just seeing all of this stuff? It was a great stream. Yes, thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you all so much for giving me a moment of your time and just coming out and saying hi, commenting. You know, make sure to like, subscribe, all that junk. Follow me on Twitter and all the other socials. I've got my Discord link down in the description. I've just opened up the fan server last night. I believe it's about 24 hours old now. The map will be up for 6 months, at which point we will decide what to do with it. I'm thinking we'll just end it. We'll see. It's a sort of cooperative experience, the Jacktherippa experience. So join if you like, or don't. You know, whichever, whatever you're up to, whatever you're feeling. And apart from that, guys, I will catch you all tomorrow for Hardcore with Jack, and hopefully we can have XCC2 on as a guest. I don't know. Tomorrow then. Well, whether or not he replies back to me, I can't say. But we'll do what we can. Other than that, you all have a great evening. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a wonderful night. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye.